Part 3 of the cheapest Yamaha R1 in the world. Since the last video, I got the oil pan put back on. I also went through the gas tank, and the gas tank is actually flawless. I'm happy I drained it because it had a lot of water mixed in with it. I realized that the fuel pump still looks like it's in amazing shape as well. So right now, I'm not going to rebuild the fuel pump. I'm going to actually run the fuel pump in the gas tank the way it is and see how it goes the first ride. If it doesn't go good, then obviously the next video after the first ride, then I'll be rebuilding the fuel pump. But from what I can see, the gas tank is in excellent shape. The fuel pump still seems to be in good shape. The bike was running that night that we bought it. Started up, it revved, perfectly. It seemed like it was running with no problems. So I'm trusting that fuel pump. I also need to get the exhaust system welded up. I'll go ahead and show you guys that now. As I got to take this to my welder, and I got a template for him, which is pretty much just the gasket, but he can take this and he can build a thick plate that he can set here and weld this entire thing shut. So that's perfect. And right now, we're about to go ahead and change this bike's spark plugs, which I already know this bike is in dire need of. But before I do that, I want to show you guys, while I was actually going in here and removing some of the clips, I came across a major fire hazard. This here is the wiring harness to the actual coils. And yeah, this blows my mind. This is not what you want to see. So this has literally just been rubbing, and now all the copper on most of these wires is actually exposed and it's actually touching. So I don't know how this bike was running like this. This should have been popping the main fuse. But this is a huge fire hazard, and this is exactly why I don't keep any batteries in any of these bikes for any time at all. As soon as I'm done riding any of my bikes, I take the battery out. And whenever I want to ride one of my bikes, I put the battery back in. That's just the way that I work. Plus, it's pulling less power from the battery, obviously, seeing that it's not hooked up. So, all right. And obviously, my fix for this is I'm going to go ahead and go on eBay and buy a used harness that is in better shape. I'm looking for a used harness that's in excellent shape, that clearly doesn't have this going on, because this is not fixable. And I actually know wiring big time, as I used to be an electrician. And I can tell you that this is not fixable. There's just not enough wire to work with in here. But it's all good. This can't be but maybe like $20 or $30 on eBay. So I'll get that ordered tonight. All right, let's go ahead. Brand new NGK plugs. If anyone has an 04 through 08 R1, this is the part number, CR9EK from NGK. All right, here we go. We'll start with this one. Man, I'm going to assume that these plugs, they haven't been replaced in a super long time. Like, this bike needed all the lovin's.
Right.
Perfect. All right. And just so you all know, I went ahead and I lowered the radiator. So you actually have to, there's one bolt on this side and another matching bolt on the other side. As soon as you take those two bolts out, the radiator just drops all the way down. And that gives you more than enough room to get in and do your spark plugs. All right, let's go ahead and pull the first plug. Man, I am so excited for the first ride.
Me
I can tell you, that's
too.
all I'm thinking about is riding this bike for the first time.
Right?
Especially after putting so much work into it. It's really going to be a good feeling.
Yes.
All right. Pull that out. Magnet in. Let's take a look at the crappy plug. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch black.
Wow.
Yep, it was definitely time to replace these.
Doesn't that look gross, Callie?
Go ahead and get the plug tightened down now. Yeah, and if you haven't seen the second video that I uploaded on this bike, the reason that it's covered is I'm actually doing a custom theme. So if you want to see this custom theme, you have to wait for the first ride video, as that will be the unveil video as well. So that's why we got her covered.
I don't think they're ready for it, baby.
Oh man, this is definitely one of my top themes. I'm gonna tell you, I put a lot into this theme, so it looks amazing. Now to the second plug. Now, before we continue, I'm actually going to be doing a smog delete, so I'll be pulling all this out. All this crap can come out, and that will buy me a lot more room.
That's smart, baby.
This is the first thing I delete on every single bike that I get, is this. Because you don't need it. And then you're just going to cap these ports. You're going to cap that, and then you're going to cap the matching one on the other end, and that's it. Good to go. Let's go ahead and get the next plug out. Dang.
Oh yeah, she was on.
Yeah, that was super on. Man, talk about busting knuckles.
You okay?
I'm good. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead. Put the magnet in there. Pull her out. I'm sure she's gonna be looking just as black.
Right.
Yep. That's crazy. Everything's basically gonna be brand new when it comes to this bike.
Right, babe?
Like every little thing. We basically went through this entire motorcycle. All right. I need one over there. Yeah, there's no room to do this job from the top, just so you all know. No room at all. You have to drop the radiator. The good thing is you don't have to drain the coolant though. I went ahead and drained the coolant out of this bike, mostly because I wanted to do a coolant flush. So that's really it, and I've basically already done that, so just need to add coolant. All right, that's on. So both plugs on this side are done. Now we'll go to the other side of the bike and knock out the other two spark plugs. Now we're on the other side of the bike. I went ahead and pulled out the coil already. So just fish this through. Drop it down. Not much room on this side.
Yeah, it's definitely a tight squeeze.
Yeah, it's still doable.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see how loose or tight this is. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a knuckle buster. That's gonna be a knuckle buster. Dang. Ah.
Ooh,
Should not be that tight.
that was
Like,
way
what in the
too
world?
tight.
It's like people tighten these plugs like these are the last plugs that'll ever go in this bike. Like, dang. All right. That should be loose. Go ahead and drop this down. And come on up. Boom. Black as the night.
Ooh.
Drop in a new plug. Perfect. And drop in the tool. That's about the only thing this is good for, the top, is just to drop things in. That's about it. Man, this bike is about to run like new,
Right?
for real.
I cannot wait, baby.
This was a lot of work. And we've invested a good amount of time and work into the bike.
Yes, sir. It was well worth it.
I agree. tighten this down. That's good. Okay. Only got one more plug left. I'm happy I took the time to change these plugs. Let's see, let's try to get this down in here. Okay. There we go. Much better.
Yeah, that's like normal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Let's move the harness out of our way. All right, let's go ahead and pull the last plug. There we go.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, these were long overdue.
Yes, ma'am. As basically anybody's car or motorcycle, they're well overdue for a lot of maintenance.
Yes.
People just don't take care of the stuff that they own, sadly. A lot of people, they live by the whole, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm good. I live by the whole, fix it so it doesn't break and get you stuck on the side of the road.
Yes, sir.
You see? So that's why I like to, when I buy something, I like to replace everything that I can possibly replace.
Yes.
Everything that could just break down and get you stuck. And then I also like driving around with spare parts that are known to go bad.
Yes, sir.
Tools and spare parts. I'm trying to tell you, they can save somebody. All right, let's go ahead, tighten this down. Oh, last plug. All right, that's good. She is not going anywhere. Pull that out. Drop this last one down in there. And that is a successful spark plug change on a 2005 R1. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of 2O Family. The only thing left for me to do is to bolt the radiator back up, and I promise you her next video will be the unveil and first ride of this $500 R1. I think we can all say that we're all looking forward to that video.
Yes.
This is like the most excited I've ever been to ride a bike, but it's mostly because we put a lot of hard work into this motorcycle. So just know we love you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.
Peace.